Imagine it's a Tuesday morning in Munich. You wake up, make yourself a coffee, open your banking app, and you see that while you were sleeping, your portfolio just sent you 312 euros. No alarm, no boss, no meeting, just a quiet payment that flowed directly from your investments into your account. That is the reality thousands of German private investors are building right now. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how much capital you need to live this life permanently. Dividend investing in Germany has one catch that most people completely ignore, and it costs them thousands of euros every single year. Germany taxes investment income at 25% capital gains tax plus a 5.5% solidarity surcharge, which adds up to roughly 26.375%. On top of that comes the church tax if you're a registered member. What this means in practice is simple. For every euro of dividend you receive, approximately 26 cents goes straight to the tax office. But, and this is the critical point, there is a completely legal way to collect at least 1,000 euros per year completely tax-free. It's called the Sparerpauschbetrag, or saver's allowance. Singles get 1,000 euros per year, married couples get 2,000 euros. Every single cent of dividend income up to that threshold stays entirely in your pocket. Anyone who has not set up a Freistellungsauftrag, a tax exemption order, with their bank is giving away money every single month. Let's start with the number that matters most. How much do you actually need to live a comfortable life in Germany? The Federal Statistical Office shows that a single-person household in Germany spends an average of around 2,500 euros per month. That's 30,000 euros per year. A family of four comes in at roughly 4,000 to 4,500 euros monthly. If you live in Munich or Hamburg, you can add 20 to 30% on top of those numbers right away. Munich has average rental costs of over 1,800 euros per month for a 70 square meter apartment, making it one of the most expensive cities in all of Europe. But if you live in Leipzig, Dresden, or the Ruhr region, you can fund the exact same lifestyle for dramatically less capital. A comparable apartment there often costs under 800 euros per month. That is the geographic lever nobody talks about. The same financial freedom that requires 1.5 million euros in a Munich portfolio can be achieved with under 1 million euros in Leipzig. Same freedom, different zip code. Now to the question you're really here for. What does the German and European stock market actually deliver in dividend yield? The average dividend yield across the DAX has consistently sat between 2.5 and 3.5% in recent years. That doesn't sound exciting, but the moment you build a portfolio specifically targeting high dividend names and ETFs, the picture changes completely. Companies like Allianz, Munich Re, BASF, and Deutsche Telekom regularly pay dividend yields between 4 and 6%. The Euro Stoxx 50, which covers the 50 largest companies in the Eurozone, averages around 3 to 4% in dividend yield. For our calculations, we'll use 4% net dividend yield after taxes. That's conservative, achievable, and rock solid. Now let's run the actual math right here on screen. If you need 30,000 euros per year and you're earning a net yield of 4%, divide 30,000 by 0.04, you need 750,000 euros invested. If you want 50,000 euros a year, comfortable, holidays included, a decent car, divide 50,000 by 0.04, and you need 1,250,000 euros. For 75,000 euros a year, roughly the income level of a well-paid professional, you need exactly 1,875,000 euros in your portfolio. And for 100,000 euros a year, premium lifestyle, international travel, no financial compromises whatsoever, you need to cross the 2 million euro mark. These numbers are not frightening. They are a roadmap. Here's the part the financial media never tells you. You do not need to save this capital out of your salary. You need to grow it. If you invest 500 euros per month today into a dividend-focused ETF and assume a total return of 7% annually, which is well below the historical average of global equities, you will have over 400,000 euros after 25 years. Increase that to 1,000 euros per month, and you're looking at over 810,000 euros after 25 years. At 1,500 euros per month, you cross 1.2 million euros after 25 years. This is not speculation. This is compound interest, the most powerful tool in the entire history of wealth building. Start in your early 30s, stay consistent, and you can be financially free before you turn 55. Now here's the mistake most German investors make, and it's a costly one. They chase high-yield stocks. They see a share paying 8 or 10% in dividend yield and think they've found a gift. It is almost always a trap. A dividend yield of 8% usually signals one of two things. Either the share price has collapsed because the company is in serious trouble and the dividend is about to be cut, or the company is paying out more than it can sustainably afford long-term. The businesses that pay you reliably for decades are the boring ones. Allianz has paid or increased its dividend in 20 of the last 25 years. Munich Re has done the same. Fresenius, Deutsche Post, Münchener Rück. These are not exciting names, but they wire money into your account year after year without drama. And in this game, reliability is everything. The smarter starting point for most investors is dividend-focused ETFs. The Vanguard FTSE All-World High Dividend Yield ETF, ticker VHYL, gives you exposure to over 1,800 dividend-paying companies worldwide with a distribution yield of around 3 to 3.5%, diversified across every sector and every region on the planet. The iShares Stocks Global Select Dividend 100 UCITS ETF focuses specifically on the 100 highest-yielding companies globally and consistently delivers over 4% in distribution yield. For Eurozone exposure, there's the SPDR S&P Euro Dividend Aristocrats ETF, which only holds companies that have increased their dividend for at least 10 consecutive years. A simple 2 ETF portfolio built from these blocks will outperform 90% of all stock pickers over any 20-year window, and you'll sleep significantly better at night. What many investors don't realize is that the payment schedules of these products vary enormously. VHYL pays quarterly. Most German individual stocks only pay once a year, typically between April and June, after the annual general meeting. That means if you're depending on dividend income to cover your expenses, you can face months with zero cash flow hitting your account. The solution is a deliberately built dividend calendar, an ETF that pays quarterly combined with German stocks that pay in spring, plus perhaps a position in British or American dividend names that pay in different months. The goal is simple: money lands in your account every single month, not as a salary replacement all at once, but as a steady cash flow stream from your portfolio. Now let's talk about the part nobody wants to hear. Inflation. If you need 30,000 euros to live today, at 3% annual inflation you'll need roughly 40,000 euros in 10 years, and over 54,000 euros in 20 years. That's why collecting dividends alone isn't enough. You need dividend growth. And that's exactly what the best companies deliver. Allianz has grown its dividend by an average of 5 to 6% per year over the last decade. That comfortably beats inflation. A dividend portfolio that grows its payouts every year isn't static income. It's income that actively protects your purchasing power while you sleep. There's one final lever that most German investors completely overlook, and it comes down to account structure. While you're still in the wealth-building phase and not yet living off distributions, holding accumulating ETFs, the Sparerpauschbetrag in German, can be significantly more tax-efficient. The dividends are automatically reinvested without triggering an immediate capital gains tax bill. Only when you transition into the income phase do you deliberately switch into distributing vehicles. This is the two-phase strategy: accumulation and growth in the building phase, distributions and cash flow in the withdrawal phase. Most people pick one structure and stick with it forever. The smart move is to use both, at different stages of your financial life. Let's bring it all together. To live permanently off dividends in Germany, you realistically need between 750,000 and 2 million euros, depending on your lifestyle and where you choose to live. You reach those numbers by investing consistently every month into quality dividend stocks and ETFs, by using your Sparerpauschbetrag to shield income from tax, by avoiding high-yield traps that look attractive but destroy capital, and by giving compound interest enough runway to do the heavy lifting for you. The number is not the problem. The problem is always the first step. Freedom is not something you buy. It's something you invest in 1 month at a time. If this video helped you, do me a favor and hit the like button. It helps more people across Germany find this content. And if you're not subscribed yet, now is the right moment.